Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the My Team Save here on F125. Thank you for your continued support in this second season. A second season that's going remarkably well thus far. Nico Hulkenberg with 15 points to this point in the season. And my teammate Victor Martin is on the board as well. My teammate for the first time in this save has scored some points. Victor is driving very well. And not only that, the car is performing very well indeed. I haven't been great in Miami with a P12, but prior to that, points in every single round, and we'd love to get back to that this week if we can. Had a P19 in Imola last season, so plenty of progress to be made, certainly, but hopefully we'll be able to get that progress on board. We do have some rain coming and scheduled for the end of the race, so we are going to have to make sure that we're prepared for that with regards A, setup, and B, just in general making sure that I'm not driving like an absolute moron. But it is supposed to be minimal rain and literally right at the very end, so unless there's a safety car or a red flag, it should be the last thing we think about, so we can basically set up for the dry weather, and hopefully shouldn't be too much of an issue. But we're having a good season thus far, so I'm hoping that can continue here. Please do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save. I'd very much appreciate it. It does really help the content. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on any more, of course, as we progress through this second season. We are continually going to be driving as Nico Hulkenberg for the moment, but I am definitely contemplating driving as Martin for a period a little bit later on in the season and seeing what Nico can do. But currently we're in talks with Carlos Sainz and Alex Albon with regards to them racing for me in Season 3, as we potentially, hopefully, will put up some sort of fight for the Constructors' Championship. But we'll wait and see what happens on that front. For now, though, we're going to crack on with the Imola race weekend. So I'm going to dive into it. You're going to stay tuned, and I'll see you post-practice. Of course, if you want to see everything that happens on track, do come and join me live on stream. Links are in the description down below. With practice done, we have made tweaks to the setup according to what we made note of last year with our experiences at Imola in Season 1. Those main experiences being a bit slow in a straight line, very high tyre wear. So we've gone with a different tyre allocation, which I think we showed you at the end of the last episode. And we've taken a little bit of downforce out as well to make sure we're slightly faster in a straight line. According to the speed trap in practice, we are certainly good enough in a straight line, so hopefully that translates well to the actual competitive sessions themselves. I'm also going to put some slightly fresher parts in for those sessions, but join me in the next session, which is qualifying, where hopefully we'll actually be competitive and, well, where we hope to be for the whole weekend. That was way too early. The car is significantly more responsive in most parts of the track. Although we did just do a quali run in practice and it wasn't quite so snappy.
To P22.
We have dropped to P22. We're about to not be P22 anymore. That is a single digit. I think it said 6. It did indeed. P6 in Q1. I'm not sure what the lap time was. We did 1:14 flat in practice. That was a 1:13.3. Way to find 6/10, Ches. 1:13.3. Any surprise exits? I see both McLarens. I see both Ferrari. Victor Martin is through. Good man. Both V-Carbs out. Both Saubers out. Both Hasses out. That was pretty straightforward then, isn't it, really? Well, I don't anticipate Victor getting any higher than P16, but he's through to Q2, as are we. Quite comfortably. Do that. I don't think this is going to be enough to get us through. I think we've lost significant time from Q1. So 13.7, it's P12. Scrappy lap, and I've paid the price for it. Eliminated in Q2. Not able to replicate the 13.3 of the first qualifying session. That 13.3 would certainly have seen me through. They've done a 1:12.1 at the front. Wow! Myself and my teammate are out, as well as both Aston Martins and both Alpines. We're going 2 by 2 by 2 at the minute, apart from the Williams that have put themselves either side of a Ferrari sandwich. But Mercedes from Mercedes, Red Bull from Red Bull, McLaren from McLaren, and we are both out. So what happened in Q3? And were there any penalties to be taken for changes in parts? Verstappen in the 11s with a 111.8 to put him on pole. Tsunoda alongside him with a 112.1. Were the Mercedes able to get that quick again? George in the 112.1s, although Antonelli only 112.4, so it's Mercedes, McLaren, then both the Ferrari. I mean, we know we have the pace really to challenge for points here, because it was a poor lap from me that meant that we got eliminated from Q2. So I'm hoping to challenge basically up to the back of those Ferraris today. Lawson with a penalty, and a couple of other. Was it a couple of? No, just the one. We were qualified 12th, starting 11th, thanks to Lawson's penalty, because both Williams got through to Q3, didn't they? Splitting the Ferrari. So strategically,
radio check.
It reckons I should be hard, medium. We will most likely hard, medium, hard. So we get a decent... Or do I, though? Because we know rain's coming. I'd be tempted to start on the mediums to ensure that I get that medium stint in.
Don't let me down.
I'd be tempted to start on the mediums to ensure that they last and I get a full medium stint in. If I go hard, medium, we might end up going hard, rain. If I go hard, medium, hard, we might go hard, medium, they've worn too much, I need to stop again. Others don't, rain. So I might run the mediums early doors. We might go medium, hard, and then hope that those hards will last. That's probably the way for me to go about this with my strategy as it currently stands. So let me go medium, hard. 19, 22, 22. We'll almost certainly be boxing earlier than 19, but we'll be faster on the mediums. So I'm going to go medium, hard, I think, and then hope that the rain comes. Well, actually, I'd rather the rain didn't come at all, but if the rain's going to come that late, I'd be sorely tempted to go hard, medium, to kind of undercut a bit, and then be faster on the mediums so that they last longer on a lighter car with less fuel in it. I'm going to judge that by live chat. They will help me decide here. Now, fuel-wise, what happened last year? Fuel-wise in Imola last year, started at 0.52, ended 0.13 under, but got lapped. So it is a bit of a drinker. We're currently set 4.5 laps over. I'm going to go 4 laps over and 4 laps over only, because we've got some rain coming a little bit later on in the race. So we'll go with 4 laps of extra fuel. We can save some fuel at the end of the straight if we need to. We may well end up getting lapped here as well again anyway. But we're going to start P11, aiming for points and hoping... And we're on a separate strategy to our teammate as well, hoping to get past Albon and Colapinto as quickly as possible, try and hang on to the back of the Ferrari. Aiming for a top 9 as a minimum here. We want points again.
Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race starts.
Well, from P11, chat decided to start on the hards, so eventually that's what we're doing. I've got bogged down in the revs a little bit there. Cost me a poor getaway. Now to buy Stroll and Martin. I might try and get Stroll back again if I can up the inside here. Got to be careful. Leave him space. He's going to have the drive to get past me. I just got stuck low down in the rev range. That's not worth it. And couldn't get the drive away. Alright, 11th to 13th at the start, but plenty of room for overtaking later. The rain is going to make a significant difference to the way that this race pans out, I feel. But we're harding at the start. Then we'll probably undercut a little bit to go to the mediums, because those that have started on the mediums will undercut me. Oi, steady. Shouldn't have put my battery on there. Doohan's through. Gasly through as well. Very aggressive from him on the medium tyre. Alright, 11th to 15th then. Time to knuckle down. Yikes. It's probably the worst start we've had all season. Certainly right up there at the very least. Gonna have to make some overtakes here. Lost 4 positions on the first lap alone. Not great. Come on then, game on. Hopefully this year we're much more competitive in a straight line here at Imola, and it does appear that that is the case. Hopefully we're able to regain some ERS this year as well, which was another thing we struggled with in races last season, but with the components upgraded, hopefully we're more competitive on that front. And the front 8 are already getting away, as you can see from the minimap, and well, Alex Albon is having a big old scrappy-do with Colapinto here as to who's going to get ahead of who. I was aiming for P9 anyway, but I would have liked to have challenged and stuck with the Ferrari and co, but they are gone. Well and truly pieced out in front, all trailing behind the 2 Red Bulls, getting dragged along. That dragging along will happen even more so now that DRS is going to be enabled here, but they're slow through the chicane, so we'll save a bit of battery. They'll be slow through the next corner as well. I'm quite happy with my straight line speed to hold off the Sauber behind. Confident under braking as well. We'll maintain the position, we'll get DRS, and hopefully we'll, well, continually maintain the position at the very least. Time to get after a couple of the drivers in front. My teammate's currently running P11 and challenging for some points. Is Albon under pressure at the front of this train from one of the Aston Martins? I'm not sure, but the guy behind me certainly was, because Behrman's just taken Bortoletto. Still all stuck in a straight line here at the minute. Gasly might have a look at his teammate. One of the McLarens has fallen behind both Ferrari now. They are still concertinaing up at certain parts of the circuit, but I'm finding it hard to be close enough to Gasly to have a go at him at any given part of the racetrack at the minute. We need someone to have a go at someone, somewhere, that causes them to have a poor exit so that I can, or poorer exit, so that I can have a chance of doing something. But you can see the speed difference they get under traction through some of the slow corners. It's just unmatchable, unfortunately. We're much more competitive than we were last year here at Imola, but still struggling with their initial traction in the slower traction zone. So you can see the gap to Behrman has really grown. If I'm close enough somewhere, I will have a lunge, but I've got to be close enough somewhere. It could be here now, actually. I might have a look at the inside of Gasly. Oh, I'm too far back. Put myself in his mirrors, make him think about it, but I was too far back. Not to worry, Lawson has caught us. He's in a faster Williams, of course. Or certainly a fast-ish Williams.
To create a gap. They're just starting to pull away from us now.
With his penalty has dropped further back. I'll be curious to know what the gap is between those at the front of this train and that Ferrari-McLaren squabble. It's not massive, but it's certainly big enough. Upwards of 5 or 6 seconds, I'd imagine. Still hanging on fine. Tyres are doing alright. Still just biding our time, hoping for an undercut a little bit later on. 12% on the right-hand side after 8.5 laps is about what we'd expect, really, from the hard tyre here with my tyre wear figures. About 25% higher tyre wear than expected, unfortunately. Just happens to be the case at certain circuits with my driving style that I burn through them. But, I mean, we're still hanging on in this train. We're still very much competitive. The points are still right there. Still a lot can happen in this Grand Prix. We're only on lap 9 of 63. Oh, my lord. Right, gents. Let's not fight too hard, shall we? I've got to run on both Alpines here. This is probably suicidal. Big contact twice with Doohan. I was hoping they'd bottle it because the AI are a little bit cowardly in moments like that. And the one time they're not,
tyre condition still
is the one time I really could have needed them to be. Thankfully, nobody got any damage from that. It was just rubbing his racing, NASCAR style, and everybody survived. But that could have been that could have been terrible. Doohan is losing a bit of pace on Gasly here at the moment as well. Although I've then had such dirty air through the chicane there. I couldn't get the car turned or stopped. I'll get DRS here though. I'm not sure if Lawson's going to have it. I've got the inside of him. Little switcheroo. Thank you. We were behind him through the detection point. I don't know as Lawson has DRS here from the back of the Alpine. He does not, but he will have the slipstream on me. Doohan doesn't have it on his teammate either. Right, the train has officially gone. We just need to make sure we start picking drivers off. So let's get after Doohan, let's get through him and try and close in on Gasly as well. Lawson's interested in the back of me. Lawson's having a look at the left-hand side here. Doohan's gone defensive. Lawson, if he's got any nous, will follow me through on the outside, which he's tried to do and has done. Gasly's now 2 seconds down the road and nearly within DRS range of Stroll. So we're going to have to get after that Alpine as quickly as we possibly can. Otherwise, if he gets DRS,
so gap to the
he's able to extend
ahead,
away from us. We won't catch him.
0 seconds.
Up to P14. But still plenty of work to be done. He is now within DRS as Stroll as well. That is annoying. But we'll try and close the gap as best we can over the next couple of laps. Hopefully Gasly and Stroll fight into turn 1. And it will cost them both time. The two Red Bulls have just absolutely disappeared up front, haven't they? I don't know if we're ever going to catch the Red Bulls or the Mercedes in terms of performance. I'm not going to have any DRS here, so Lawson is definitely going to nab me down the straight. It's just a case of will Gasly and Stroll have a bit of a to-do at turn 1 and help the two of us catch. I'll use my battery still, but I won't use any more than I normally would. And if Lawson gets me, then Lawson gets me. And Lawson's going to get me. That's fine. We could just DRS swap off each other. Provided he's quick enough around the rest of the circuit, we should gain on the two in front. Just in DRS range. Had to use a bit of extra battery there. Didn't really want to, but needs must. Just to try and stick with these guys in front. Not necessarily race critical, but it certainly will help. Sticking with them, as you can see already how the gaps behind are growing.
5/10 a lap.
Gasly and Stroll are fighting here massively, costing themselves race time. The other three are still very much in a train down the road, but they are quite a bit down the road now actually, aren't they? Oof, car does not feel very good through there at the minute. So we're hoping that our potential under/overcut, or just strategy in general, will gain us on Colapinto, Albon and Marta. To hopefully help us still get some points today. There are tracks that we're competitive at and there are tracks that we aren't competitive at, and Miami and Imola last season were two tracks that we definitely weren't competitive at. But after a P19 last year in Miami and a P12 this year, it just shows the progress we've made as a team. And hopefully we'll be able to show that sort of progress come the checkered flag here as well. Colapinto's broken away a little bit of that front trio. Just as Stroll seems to have broken away a little bit here. I think it just depends who attacks who into turn 1 as to who gets the opportunity to maybe extend a little bit of a lead. Colapinto's making the most of it at the minute. That McLaren has made his way back through both Ferrari. So it's not necessarily a lack of pace in the McLaren, just a mistake earlier that has now been dealt with and recovered from. Gasly's medium tyres are not helping him here at all at this stage of the race. But they're doing a decent stint. Kick lock up into the chicane though.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Yeah, I think we might go hard. Lawson really slow here. Lawson through on Stroll. Gasly on those mediums is still putting in some decent pace here. Oh, the dirty air's a killer. I'm also braking slightly too early before I've turned sometimes. I think I need to sort my steering. It's my steering angle that's making the car lurch there. I'm braking whilst I'm still slightly turning left. I need to have committed to going, or at least have straightened the car up before I touch the brake pedal. Still P15,
but overtake and burn off some of this energy.
Still plenty of work to be done. DRS. That's all I wanted. All I wanted was DRS on Gasly, and we've got it. He's not got it. He's not got any grip either, let alone DRS. I'm expecting Gasly in this lap. He doesn't. Okay. I mean, it's still good news for us. Does that mean Gasly's on a one stop potentially? Senna's in the box. One of the Ferraris have boxed. I'm not quite going to be close enough to Gasly here, but next lap, if he stays out, we will get him. Obviously, if he boxes, we'll get him. Find about the weather.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Yeah, we're going to go hard.
Like the fastest tyre at the moment.
We're going to go hard. Try and make it to the rain and save a stop. I think it's just the right thing to do. I might even box this lap potentially, although I might want to take the DRS off Gasly for one more lap. Lawson's just disappeared. He is very quick in that Williams right now. Gasly stays out again.
Okay, we're
that's intriguing.
This lap. Give us the best in lap.
Big run on Gasly here. Simple overtake. Take the racing line. Getting like 8/10, if not a second, on Lawson there as well. Just massive. We are going to box this lap.
Stopping this lap.
I think some are one stopping, you know.
Gasly's behind you. Time last lap, 1 minute 19.
Or attempting to anyway before the rain gets here.
Old mediums. They've done 21 laps on those tyres. We think they've got
he's
one more
stopping.
stop.
I don't have that in me. I absolutely don't. Well, I mean, I guess I could. The tyres will last, but with no pace in them whatsoever. His hards are now 30% on the right-hand side after 22 laps.
Pit now.
Yeah, look, I've lost basically a second to Lawson throughout the course of the lap. Definitely got a box now. Definitely got a box now. Ali, thank you for the follow, mate. Good stop.
Okay, go.
Good stop. Sauber's are in behind.
You and the crew there, mate.
We've jumped Lawson. We've jumped Lawson in the box there. I don't know whether he had a slow stop or what. Have a look at him on the right-hand side here. Do they slow with a tyre, maybe? They must just be slow with a tyre somewhere. He comes out. I mean, let's be honest, it's an unsafe release from our team. We should really have been held there, so Lawson went past, because you can't ghost in real life. But we are ahead of Lawson. I mean, he'll get me back. Has he gone to mediums as well? No, see, he's hard-hearted too. We'll be able to check from the race director what...
One stop today. One stop.
Oh, hello, Max. Jesus Christ, we're lapped already. Obviously, Max is yet to box. And I know it's a long pit stop here, but bloody Nora. Max Verstappen is so quick around this circuit. I wonder, he says, as he's Tony Hawkson and skateboarding on all the bloody curbs, I wonder if we'd have enough pace to stay within DRS range of Max Verstappen this lap. We're 16th at the moment.
Warm up our tyres and get the most out of it. Come on.
Gap to Colapinto 9.6, which is quite sizable, but that's effectively the gap to the points.
Okay, Victor's
We might be
in
able
the
to
pits.
get within
Victor is
DRS
in the
range of
pits
Max,
now.
potentially. That would be huge to help me defend against Lawson. I'm sure I'm in DRS range of Verstappen here. He's on mediums as well. He's one-stopping. Unbelievably, I'm going to unlap myself here, I think.
And gap to the car in front, 8.
I am going to unlap myself. And Lawson's going to look to do the same. Now I need to have the pace to get away down the road so I don't get blue flagged again. Which at the minute I'm not sure I've got. I'm going to try and get after my teammate Martin, who's 2.7 seconds down the road right now. I think it's registering that I'm slightly faster than Verstappen. I hope it is. Never mind, there's the first blue flag. But we should be quicker through Acqua Minerale and Variante Alta, so I'm hoping I can get far enough down the road here that it actually stops giving me blue flags before a penalty comes. I've clearly got the pace. I mean, it's just if it gives me a penalty, it's just because game things. I'm clearly faster than Verstappen, so it should just let me go here. If it's going to give me a pen, well, I mean, it looks like it's going to give me a penalty, doesn't it? No, they've dropped the blue flags. Let's go! Come on. We use a lot of battery, but I want to make sure that I don't get blue flags.
Okay,
piss off!
Blue flag conditions, create a gap and let the car behind through.
I'm trying to create a gap. I am creating a gap. Leave me alone, Max. Leave me alone, marshals, with your blue flags. Piss off. Yellow flag down the main straight. Looks like it's a Sauber going slowly. Potentially. No, it's an RB, which is not going to affect our race at all. Paul Aaron is out.
Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car.
If there's a safety car, it would be massive, because I'm ahead of Verstappen and Lawson is not.
Okay, gap ahead, 2.6 seconds.
Oh, I don't have the battery this lap. But there's going to be no safety car. I have to hope that Max can't catch me now. Hopefully we're going to have enough speed through the first 2 or 3 turns to be able to stay ahead. Gap to Martin still only 2.7. Gap to Albon still 4.5. So we're very similar for pace at the minute on fresh tyres to those in front of us.
Okay, clear.
Trying to close. Lawson is past Verstappen now as well, but if he can't get a gap, he will adhere to the blue flags, whereas I'm being stubborn and I'm not. Keep an eye behind every now and again to see what happens. I think he's letting Verstappen through. No, he's not letting him through. But we're just building the gap. Right, weather, talk to me.
Okay, radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
No, he has let him through. That sucks. It's very much a video game thing than a what would happen in real life thing, but sometimes there's not much you can do coding-wise.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
At least we're no longer under threat from behind, but we're also 2 or 3 tenths a lap slower at the minute than those in front, whilst I can't use my battery and I'm building it back up. We're going to get a better finish than last year, but I'm apprehensive about saying that I'll get points right now. Right, Lawson's going to get me down the straight here. I'm going to take the opportunity to save some battery, because I have run it quite low, trying to stick as close as possible to Albon and Martin. It appears Martin doesn't quite have the pace
need to stay on
to stick with the Williams in front. Rephrase, doesn't quite have the pace to overtake the Williams in front of him, so has made the decision to just stick behind and get dragged along. I'm kind of hoping to do the same with Lawson, to be completely honest. So we are both, as teams, right with each other in the Constructors' Championship and on the Performance Index. And it is proven to the case that we are neck and neck on track as well. So Williams versus Chesnoid Racing is the battle in the Constructors' Championship this year, and it's quite a fierce one at the moment. But Albon is definitely faster than Lawson, so he's going to drag Martin away from me and Liam, faster than Liam can drag the two of us forward, unfortunately. I want to make sure that I keep DRS as well here on the other Williams, which we will be able to do. Just want to, at the very least, keep the gap behind and maintain the gap in front. If we can't close on it, want to maintain it as a minimum. Hopefully Lawson's quite quick and can close us in on the other identical pair. And Colapinto's not far down the road from there as well. At P9, it's unlikely, but it is possible. Still no word on weather.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
To be fair, I think it's a good thing that the rain is holding off. It's a good thing for us anyway, because at the minute it's the DRS that's keeping me competitive here with drivers like Lawson that are in general just that little bit quicker than me. Martin and Albon are fighting once more.
Keep pushing. You're gaining on the car ahead.
We do have a Red Bull closing in on us behind. I think that's going to be Tsunoda. He's got to box again, and he did go medium, so he's going to be in the pits soon. But, I mean, Max has just set the fastest lap of the race. He's P2, and he doesn't have to box again, so we're definitely getting lapped here today. Unless there's a safety car before our next pit stop, which is coming on lap 45.
Use your overtake.
Still no word on rain.
To utilise some of this energy. Come on.
So we either won't see any rain, or rephrase, won't see any change to intermediate tyres, but we might see some drizzle, or the rain isn't necessarily expected till about lap 50, which isn't worth hanging on with the hard tyres for. Unless, of course, it's really imminent around lap 45, in which case it might be worth extending the stint a bit because of the nature of this specific pit lane, which is a really long stop. You lose upwards of 30 seconds in a pit stop here. Martin and Albon are fighting, but I feel like the gap is actually growing a little bit, or at least it's still stabilised, and we're not closing in on them even though they're fighting. It's tough right now. Been a difficult race, but rather evidently compared to last year, still a significant improvement. And then if you'll allow me, I will knuckle down my driving again, because clearly still making mistakes when doing pieces to camera, unfortunately.
Okay, the car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form.
Yeah, that's been happening for a while, mate. Keep up.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes' time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Now, is that close enough to extend this stint and not box? Maybe. But when they start at 10, sometimes they then eke that out to 10 to 15 with the next radio message. So I'm not absolutely certain that it is 10 minutes away. And it doesn't take long at all to gain back a significant chunk of time on fresh tyres, especially if they're going to mediums, which Liam Lawson absolutely is. We've got DRS again, which is helpful. Supposed to be boxing in 3 laps' time.
You're going to be on mediums.
But, I either box early now and try and make the most of an undercut, which could work for us. Colapinto's been caught by the two in front and they're coming back towards us, so this might be an ideal time for a quick undercut before rain. I'll ask about the weather again.
We think we might see some rain.
Unboxing.
ETA about 15 minutes. Dries
Told
definitely
ya.
seem like the fastest tyre at the
They
moment.
come in at 10, but then they say, actually, might be a little bit further away. It might not rain till before the end. Or till just before the end, sorry if I put all the words in a sentence. I am going to box this lap
Confirmed.
for mediums.
We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
I'm out of DRS range of Lawson. I'm going to save my battery. And I'm going to box. And I'm going to try and make the most of this undercut because Max Verstappen's right behind me. He's going to the end. So we are getting lapped again here in Imola. So I just got to make the most of a potential undercut, but made a mistake there. And then sped over the bloody pit lane line. I'll eat that mistake. But I won't eat the pit lane speeding. Sometimes you brake where it tells you to, and you still overspeed, which doesn't necessarily make any sense. Regardless, in for medium tyres, make the undercut work. Sorry for the mistakes. Yeah, holiday was good, thank you, Darren.
Okay, let's go now. Come
Nice
on.
clean pit
That was
stop.
A fantastic stop.
It's
Faster than
this
we were
run
expecting.
out, though, that takes so long. This is why it's such a horrible pit lane.
That was
That's
our last
Piastri in
stop.
P2
No more
past us
scheduled
and
pit stops.
Tsunoda
Let's
in
go.
P3. They're on relatively, or at least Tsunoda is going to be on relatively new hards, so I'm not going to be able to match them for pace the same way I was able to match Max for pace after the last stop, unfortunately. Although I would love to be able to sit in some DRS for a little while. And Piastri might be holding Tsunoda up here. He is, you know. Piastri's slow pace might help us close in to get some DRS, which would be massively helpful for an undercut, but you get the feeling that I've only got one shot because Tsunoda's going to be past him anytime soon. Probably the end of this lap, if not before. Teammates in the box now, so he's pit earlier than I anticipated he would do.
He's coming in for his stop now.
All three of them have boxed. All three of the front few that we were chasing have boxed. That's annoying. I was hoping they'd go an extra lap or two. Well, the undercut might get us close to them. Then again, it might not. They are on the move. What's the undercut worth? Piastri dips. What's the undercut worth? I'm not going to use all my battery because if I'm not within DRS range, I'm going to need it to get within DRS range. But we should be within DRS range. And we are. Hello, Liam. With 15th.
Car ahead's coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres.
I need to make sure I stay in DRS range of this group in front. And then points are a possibility today. I'll set intermediates as my next set of tyres for when it starts to rain. So if we do have to nip into the pits at a moment's notice, I can do so and they'll put the right tyres on me. I don't think I'm going to get DRS here. I'm going to have to rely on them fighting into turn one, which is a good bet because it's going to happen. They might concertina up through here as well, although I had a poor exit out of Aqua Minerale down the bottom of the hill. Nah, we're going to get DRS. All right, we are in the hunt for points, boys. We are in the hunt for points. We're closing up on the one-stopping Alpines again. They're going to be on pretty worn, hard tyres by this point. Jesus, Liam. Lawson very nearly just binned it all on his own there. I've been there, but not on this occasion, thankfully. We're in touching distance. It is only touching distance at the minute. They do have better pace than me. I am concerned that when the rain hits, they'll drop me. But we have to hope that we can make it work in our favour. If we time the stop right, you can gain a number of seconds.
Okay, expect
Time to stop wrong.
some rain about 10 to 15 minutes
And
from
you
now.
can lose a load of seconds. Still 10 to 15 seconds for the potential rain. We were on lap 42 or so when they told us 10 minutes, so I'd be very surprised at this rate if we end up on an intermediate tyre with only 17 laps to go. Colapinto and Martin having a right old scrap here. Someone's going to not have DRS. Who is it? It's Martin.
No tyre concerns.
No, they've all got DRS.
On the driving.
Where do I go here then? Around the outside of Lawson, I think. I hope that Colapinto gets caught up on the apex. He didn't, but we are past Lawson. The two Alpines coming back towards us as well now, as we mentioned. We've got Albon down the road too, somewhere. Yes, I think we've got an Alpine behind us already. That'll be doing, so it'll be Gasly that's up here. At least I expect it to be Gasly anyway. Verstappen's working his way through the traffic. There is a couple of cars, the two Sauers specifically, coming up the wheel lap, let alone Verstappen lap. Verstappen's lapping them for a second time. So Gasly's been taken by Colapinto. I have to hope that the DRS I'll get off the back of Gasly here is enough to close us in on the Aston Martin, which I highly doubt at this moment in time. Colapinto has opened quite the gap. We have been known to gain about 8/10 down the straight previously. I'm going to need more than that. But we're past Gasly.
Ahead. Well done, but be aware,
and we're really catching the car ahead.
The end of this race.
But it's not going to be enough to get me within DRS range, that's for sure. It's not. I'm not far away from it. I said 8/10. I think that's about what we got. Oh no, that's a mistake. We've got some cars coming through to lap us behind, so hopefully that will work in our favour to help us close the gap to Colapinto again. It's a McLaren of Hakkinen.
Blue flag, blue
and then
flag.
there's two Mercedes not too far behind that as well. I'll try and long this out so I can be behind Hakkinen through the detection point. I'll let him through here. We'll get DRS off the back of Hakkinen.
5 minutes until rainfall expected.
Oh, 5 minutes now. That
rain.
suddenly changed. We'll get DRS off Hakkinen and hopefully close in on Colapinto, and then Colapinto will let Hakkinen through, and we'll try and judge that in our favour as well and take the position if possible. Depends where it happens. I'll take the DRS off the McLaren all day long. Teammate is currently the one in the points. So long as one of the cars finishes in the points, it's not massively important, but obviously it would be nice to be the one that does the point scoring. But as owner, not owner driver, so long as if it's me or Martin in P10, it doesn't matter. If we can get both cars into the points in P9 and 10, then obviously that is preferable.
3 seconds.
I think I'm just outside of DRS range of Hakkinen. But I'll burn battery to the detection point just in case. Annoyingly, Colapinto's going to get DRS off the bloody Sauber in front of him, which is a real pain in the arse. We do have DRS on Hakkinen, but it's nullified by Colapinto having it on the car that he's lapping, which is now going to have to let even more cars pass. This could get messy here. Sauber's let. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, Maloney! Fuck! Why would you just slam your anchors on at the apex of the corner, you penis? I do not like the AI getting lapped mechanics, or the way that it's done. They just don't have the intelligence to do it properly. The Sauber should just pull to the left here and let Hakkinen and me through. But he doesn't. He pulls to the right-hand side. I won't take the position. Then he parks it on the apex. That's just poor all round from everyone and embarrassing for everyone. Me and Codemasters included. Well, we're with Colapinto, but that's not exactly how I envisaged it happening. Rain is going to be with us in a few minutes as well, as are two Mercedes. And Liam Lawson's decided he wants to show up now too. Jesus Christ, this is getting a little bit chaotic. Martin really has disappeared down the road, hasn't he? Blimey. 7 seconds. If it's a case of one of us in the points, he's the one that deserves it. He's had the pace this weekend. Right, I've got blue flags on the Mercedes here. I'm going to do exactly the same as we did with Hakkinen. I'm going to let Russell go. Slot in front of Lawson and behind the Mercedes and get the DRS. This could be a way to get past Colapinto because he'll surely let him past on the straight. It's not going to be ideal for the Aston Martin, but if he's got any intelligence, he'll do it after Tamburello. But it appears he's not got the intelligence. Lawson's having a look at me. No, he does have the intelligence. Lawson has me. Oh, Christ alive. I was hoping to take a place, not lose one. Oh, contact between Lawson and Colapinto. Williams is through. The annoying thing is that none of these positions are for points. But as we said before, so long as one of the Chesnoid racing cars gets that P10, we don't mind. And Martin is currently the man in it. Would be back-to-back point-scoring finishes for Martin, which would be huge for him. This rain is still not here. Oh, hello, I think I just saw a raindrop. If we are to see intermediate running, it's going to have to happen very soon indeed. Because there will come a point where it'll be more beneficial to just tiptoe round on the worn slicks and you won't lose the 30-odd seconds it takes for a pit stop. In fact, I think that's probably going to be the case anyway. At this point, I would more than likely stay out when it rains. I think everybody else will probably do the same. Lawson passed Colapinto, just as Colapinto was past Lawson in the same manner last lap. Still no sign of rain. I thought I saw a raindrop a couple of laps ago, but couldn't have done. If I did, it really isn't raining very hard at all. Good. Thanks for the information, Mark. Appreciate that. We'll try again.
We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Well, he thinks it's raining.
Blue flag, blue
so
flag.
It is the lightest of light rain. If the light rain is that. I do think I'm seeing the very, very occasional raindrop. Right, again. Let the Mercedes through.
Car behind. Let them pass when you can.
Take the DRS. We're definitely seeing raindrops. I'm definitely seeing raindrops. But it's only light rain, and it's probably not going to last very long. I don't think we stop. I think we go to the end as is. Even if it does get quite wet, we might only have a couple of laps to try and hang on. Going to get DRS off the back of Antonelli here. Now, is he going to get messy with lappers again? Can we profit from it? Will we just make another seeming net loss from it? I've tried my best to play the game. I haven't won. Colapinto, I could win here. He's left me the racing room. I will take it, but he's going to have better traction up the hill. It's fine. We'll take the DRS next lap. Get the overtake done. 3 seconds to Lawson, so the Mercedes isn't going to catch him anytime soon. Or at least not for another lap or so. It's definitely raining now, though, as you can see. But nowhere, not even lurking at getting the intermediate tyres prepared for a pit stop, let alone actually thinking of
charge is high.
stopping.
Let's use that overtake button a bit more. Enough fuel to do 6 more laps.
I pressed the wrong one there. I wanted weather, not fuel. Why do they do that? Why do they just jink when I get right behind them? God damn it, it's like the 3rd time it's happened. This time I'm taking the bloody place. Screw you. You get right there, you make the move, and then they just jink left or right into you and you lose part of your front wing. I'm not having it. Bollocks to you. Give me the place. It's the 3rd time it's happened.
Nice move. Good
Oh,
job.
piss off. Let me ask you about the weather.
Okay, so this light rain is going to be with us for a while now. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Okay. We're like this to the end. I'm pretty sure we're going to be like this to the end. We're only going to lap 62, of course. Not lap 63. 14.5 seconds to gap to Martin now. That boy has just found some pace in the past few weeks, hasn't he? Fair play to him. If he can do that and I can get back into the swing of scoring points myself,
okay, I think we're still in the right tyres.
We'll be in a good spot as a team for the remainder of this season. And it's a case of, can we make any sort of inroads into the Ferrari or McLarens? We're not going anywhere near Mercedes or Red Bull, but Ferrari and McLaren could be caught. Still 3.1 seconds to Lawson. It's definitely getting a little bit slippery now, but DRS is still active, and it's not. The track's just not. It's not going to wet enough. And Lawson's going to get DRS on Antonelli here, I think, unless Antonelli really gaps him through Acqua Minerale and Variante Alta, but I don't think he will. I think we've got Piastri coming in at us from behind as well, to be honest. We do. Colapinto's having to let a McLaren through here. If he lets him through here, he might do the whole let the laps cut. No, he hasn't. I was going to say let the other car through and take the DRS. If he had any sort of nous, he might have done that. Not Colapinto. Lawson definitely has DRS on Antonelli, which is painful because he's now definitely going to finish in P11 ahead of me. So I think it might well be back-to-back P12s. We were P19 and P19 in Miami and Imola last year. And this season, it's P12 and P12, I think. But as a result, that's 7 places gained from season to season. So if we're P5 and P5 next year, with these being 2 of our weaker tracks, then I'm absolutely okay with that. 100%. It's very slippery now, but we're on the penultimate lap as it stands. Piastri is through behind and closing. The Mercedes of Russell and the McLaren of Hakkinen are both right behind Martin, going through Variante Alta at the top of the hill right now. But it's going to be points for the team, or point singular for the team. Unless Alex Albon has an off, or there's a retirement in the top 10 somewhere, top 9 somewhere, should I say. I don't want my teammate to retire on the last lap, because I'm not going to benefit from it. We are heading on to the last lap now, but as we say, I don't think anything will change. So rather than speak to you on the final lap and then
no need to worry about the tyre condition for now.
End the race, I think we're going to speak to you on the penultimate lap and then end the race. Lawson is struggling with traction here after Max Verstappen's won the race. I'm not going to get close enough. Or can I? Oh, I could. Lawson with a swapper. Ah, the line comes quickly though, and it's going to save him. Fair play. Steady on. It is back-to-back P12s for us.
It was difficult.
It was. That's all you've got to say, is it, Nico? Okay, fair enough. Liam Lawson, driver of the day, with a big penalty. Started P21 maybe and finishes P11. No points for him, unfortunately, for his efforts, but driver of the day is at least some sort of accolade. But Martin with a single point for the team that will help us, considering Alex Albon scored 2 points for Williams. Aston Martin not in the points again though, which says to me that we are still winning that rivalry, and we might even, what do we need to get? We needed to get to 40 points, didn't we, to officially win that rivalry and get a massive jump in fan rating. At the minute, it's very tight for P5 in the Constructors' Championship. Literally, if anybody from any of those teams wins a race, then they immediately go into 5th. This is going to be one hell of a slog this season to battle for that P5 in the Constructors and be the old school best of the rest. But that's what we're fighting for. Fair play to Victor Martin for making it back-to-back points. Back-to-back significant improvements for us at Miami and Imola, though, which is the most important thing, I think, from a personal point of view. We had Monaco this time last season. We now have Spain coming out, actually, because we've removed Monaco and added in Austria reverse, I think it was, for this season. So we will have a quick look at the...
Unfortunately, one of the parts failed during development. We'll need to revisit the development area and give it another go.
Do I have a managerial point I could do? Oh, rivalry is intensifying. No, it's just kind of exactly where it was, actually. Do I have a point I can add on? I don't. Did I have any activities based on my point? No, I didn't either. Okay. We'll increase the recruitment in the engineering, and we'll increase the... I can't do any of the other recruitment drives, that's annoying. I don't want to decrease morale anywhere. It's just not... doesn't help anyone when that happens. Powertrain blitz, aero blitz. Reduce the time taken. No, I don't need to reduce the time taken. What I need is to increase the chance of it actually bloody happening. Reduce the cost. We could do that. Research focus, development focus. Let's do costs of chassis, or costs of development by 10% rather than costs of research by 5%. Again, we'll concentrate on driver sim testing. Not driver sim testing. Let's do rate of hiring. That could be important as well. Speed of talks. No. I want to make Martin better still. And the only thing I could do is focus. Which is going to make him slightly better, just not noticeably enough, unfortunately, I don't think. I could do is focus again. Get some resource points. I don't really need the resource points, though. Let's do morale in the chassis department. And then here we always do the fan outreach. So let's do that, and then we can do sponsor discovery as well. This is going to be departmental upgrades. Indeed it is. Corporate, secondary sponsor, team expansion level 1. We might be able to tweak the livery slightly for the next race. We obviously don't want to, or won't have the opportunity to add sponsors to the car. We might be able to tweak the way that certain sponsors look at the minute. Receive 5 million time each time you compete the highest tier of an accolade. I don't really need the money at the minute. On the podium, that's not happening anytime soon, is it? Increase the rate you get loyal to secondary sponsors. We'll do that one. I need to not... Actually, to be fair, we've already unlocked phase 3 now for the engineering, haven't we? So that's not a problem anymore. It was an issue that we needed to not upgrade the engineering stuff. Right, research. Can I do anything yet? No, still not. Still not chassis, still not powertrain, still not durability. We need stuff to get through being done, which might happen before Spain, to be fair. Engineering facility improvements on the 21st. In 2 days' time, it is going to happen. So let me stop advancing on that day. And now I should be able, I think, to research in extra areas. Advanced tooling. No? Was it just chassis? No? Oh, please! I just want to make the car better. Redevelop that upgrade. I can't do anything to the car at the minute. Absolutely nothing. Will facility improve again then? The error... that's what I'm waiting for. The error breakthrough is still another 27 days away. Meep. We can also do the chassis breakthrough though, so let's do that. Thank you. 3 of 4. That's going to take a while as well. It's going to be a few Grand Prix then before we're actually able to genuinely improve the car. So we might just have to make do with some slightly less than ideal performances in the short term and hope that other teams don't improve their cars.
Good news. We've just completed the development of a part. And
excellent. Lovely. Wonderful.
Sure
is it the powertrain thingy?
When you get the chance.
Probably. Yeah. Upgrades complete. Oh, that one's failed though. Of course it has. Well, we'll redevelop that one. We'll add the other ones to the car. Equal on each car at the minute, but as we... Hello, please, thank you. Add that to Hulkenberg. It puts it on Martin, because Martin was our #1 driver last year. We're clear of Williams. Ferrari have pulled away from us, but McLaren are closing in on Red Bull. So we are the 5th best car. Just full stop at the minute. So that's great. I will go and have a look at being able to tweak the livery for the next episode, but let me have a quick look at my notepad to see if we need to take balanced tyre set 2-stop. Okay. Balanced tyre set is what we will switch to then. We had the harder tyre set for Imola. I'll have a look at the livery in between episodes, but for now, that's all for this one. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Appreciate it very much indeed. Drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you didn't. To make sure, if you haven't, that you don't miss out on anything more. It's been a long video. It's been a hot stream, and I've got another race to go and do now, so I'll see you next time.